God's Pirate here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit something on something that I guess a lot of people just recently discovered that I knew for a little while. This isn't a video going, nah, 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 I found out first. No, I didn't find out first, but I was one of the earlier ones to catch on to this. The topic right now is the jammers that a lot of people are using to deliver spark. You might not have known this, but I actually signed up for radio and communications when I was in high school. I wanted to be on the radio, and I learned a lot of things. And one of the things I learned was the rules and regulations that we have in what they call the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. And after doing a little bit of research, it still stands. Jammers are illegal, and it's a federal offense. You cannot use jammers for any reason whatsoever. You can't even use them in school to teach people. You can't use it in a business. You can't really use it anywhere. Very few permitted people are allowed to use jammers, but it's illegal. Case in point. A lot of people out here signed up for Spark, including me. I signed up for Spark almost 2 years ago. Long story short, I was delivered for Walmart through DoorDash, and when it first started, it was one of the best, I guess, jobs you could grab, because the average payout was about $25 a trip. 4 trips, you had $100. It didn't take maybe 2 hours. And then sometime later, Walmart says, well, we got our own way of doing things. We're going to start off with an app, work with these people. And they came up with an app called Spark. Now, right before they came up with Spark, I realized that on DoorDash, my pay was cut in half. Instead of getting $25 average on a delivery, and it was average, I was getting $12.50. And I've noticed the pattern, and I got to where, I don't know, unless it was a few items, it got to where it wasn't even paying well anymore. When Walmart pretty much left the scene with the DoorDash app, it took a big effect on my pay, but not enough to where I was still available to do other orders. So it didn't affect me all that much. But during the time when Spark came out, I thought, you know what? Since all that money went to a different app, I'm going to try that app. So I did. And I grabbed 2 orders. And then both orders, well, they disappeared. They just disappeared into thin air. I even drove to Walmart to find out what was going on. Someone else had the order, and it happened twice. 2 attempts. There wasn't going to be a third. I still to this day am signed up with Spark, but I don't do Spark. Something's odd. Something was fishy. Something was going on, and it just didn't make sense. And the thing is I watched a lot of YouTube creators, and they basically taught me how to do Spark, about how to accept, what to accept. Make sure you jump on it early, because that's when you'll get all the bonuses and all the incentives. And I was ganged up for it. I was motivated to do this. But recently, after I decided not to do it, a lot of people found out that there were a lot of people that were using multiple persons, as well as jammers and bots, to try to make as much money as humanly possible. And the thing I find most interesting is, well, I don't try to get political on my channel, but I keep hearing the word illegal immigrant. I gotta be honest with you. There's quite a few people doing this, and it's just not considered an illegal immigrant. There's several people doing this. They're American citizens too. So I'm not basically blaming it on a particular class of people. I'm blaming it on just people who are doing wrong. This is illegal, folks. You can't use a jammer. I don't care if it's making you money or not. My biggest problem is I don't care if you're out there trying to make as much money as possible, but you got to do it on the same platform. This platform is called the law. It's illegal. We got bylaws, we got rules, we got regulations. And when somebody's bending it, to where the point to where they're breaking it, like doing something that's unlawful, I think the companies need to start looking into this. And some of you will stand there and you'll comment and say, well, you know, on certain times, they look at my ID all the time. They look at this all the time. No, something more needs to be done with this. And I'll tell you what I mean. One out of every 30 videos that I look into, because it's on my For You page, my algorithm is popping up a lot of these videos where it's basically just showing people doing others wrong. I mean, this is what I call an Amazon technique. Like what Amazon did. Get rid of all of your competition, no matter what it takes, to become number one. That's for another story, by the way. But I got to be honest with you. If anybody needs my help or needs my signature to make this stop, sign me up. We all start at the starting line. I don't think it's fair for somebody to get a break, an illegal one, just to get by. We're all out here doing the same thing. And if you're a gig worker, you're a hustler. No one should stop you from your hustle. I mean, I still turn in hours to make as much money as possible. And yeah, I do like to shave off things. It's because I've gotten good at it and I've gotten in control over it. But I don't break any laws, and I don't break any rules, and I don't break any, well, regulations. Yeah, you can dissect me if you want to, but I'll guarantee you nothing was intentional. So I'm going to leave this out there for everybody to listen to. For those of you that are doing Spark, and if I kindly see you like using a bot or a scammer, if I see too many of you standing around, basically I'm going to follow up in this myself. Because this is, I don't care what anybody else says, dead wrong. You're basically stealing from others. Everybody deserves that chance. Everybody's on the same part. Everybody's on the same point. You got to have a legal driver's license. You got to have a right and a reason to be here, to work here, and to maintain your family. With that said, you cannot be standing there thinking it's okay for you to break the law to get ahead. If you want to do that and if you get caught, hey, shame on you. I'm not going to stop it. I don't know what Walmart's going to do about this, but they need to do something better. This country is losing a lot of good drivers because a lot of other people are taking an advantage over a situation, an illegal one. Love you. Peace.